YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, live, ready for some Nile Naval Football. So this is going to be kind of a celebration of two things. I guess Super Bowl 50. I'm not really into NFL football, but I know a lot of people are, so it is Super Bowl weekend, so I guess we'll do some football. And then secondly, I think this, I'm not going to label it that way, but pretty much this represents my 350th Rome 2 online battle, which is quite a milestone. I don't think I've ever made anywhere near that many online battles on any of the other games, so I think that obviously we like this one a little bit, so I figured it'd be a good way to kick things off. Anyway, I'm going to wait for some feedback from you all, make sure that the sound is good, and just wait a minute or two and we'll get the first game hosted. I do have some slightly new rules that we'll talk through with it that I think will make the game fun. We'll give it a shot here in a moment. How are you all doing this morning? I can see a few people in the chat. We got Nicholas Thatcher, Praetorian Guard. Are you actually guarding an emperor this morning? Jacob Veli, Mason Zymentas. Yeah, I'm going to mispronounce like all of these. Let's see. People are saying things are good. Thanks, Gamer Skyman DX. Hello to everybody else out there. Arena Emperor asked, we're using the Blade mod. No, we're not going to be using the Blade mod today because it's just naval battle. So if you want to join me, just join on in the regular Rome Total War. We don't need any mods. Oh, you're taking a break from guarding the Emperor, Praetorian Guard? Yeah, it gets to be tough work, you know, all the politics, guarding the Emperor. Meth Machine? Yo, what's going on, man? Mr. Boo Boo, hi. Otron Taylor from New Zealand. I really do want to see New Zealand one day. There's a lot of places I want to see. Idovich GR, hi. Let's see, Ben Lindley, hi, how are you doing? Zach Coleman, how are you doing? Now I've started this, I won't be able to finish it. Looks like the Hero Marathon channel. Anyway, so we got a hello from the Netherlands there too. He guards the Fuhrer. Jeez. All right, I always love the comments. Let's hop into the game. I'm going to talk through some rules that I have in mind. I'm going to go ahead and host a game. Let me switch the scene over so you all can see the game. So here we are here in Rome 2. I'm going to host up a battle. We're going to call this one Naval Football, and then it's going to be, the password's going to be 123 like usual. So it's going to be a little bit different than the last time we played. So I'm going to put 3 people on this team and 2 on the other. So don't worry, it's not going to be unfair, I promise. Let's switch it over to a naval battle. And then the map I had in mind, I marked it. Where was my, does it not show my favorites here? Oh yeah, here it is. This was the map I had in mind, so we're going to load that one. It's actually in the Nile River. So yeah, it looks like we got a hello from the Philippines too, from, yeah, I can't pronounce that, Rebs. I'll just go by the first name. My brother actually lived in the Philippines for a couple of years, really liked it. I think he was down in, oh crap, San Pablo maybe was where he was at. I'm trying to remember. Hello from Germany. Hello, Germany. Brazil. I'm trying to see. Mexico, Canada, UK. So it looks like we got a lot of representation around the world going on. And we got a full game here, too. Looks like Arena Emperor and Praetorian Guard both made it in here. So good to see you all make it into the game. So why is there 3 versus 2? So I'm going to say, so listen to the stream for rules. Let me know if you have questions. All right, so the rules are, to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to be the ball, or the goal. So I'm whichever team is on my side is going to be playing defense, okay? So I'm going to have one ship that's my general, and my ship is the goal, okay? The ball, so each player gets to bring one ball. That has to be a firepot ship. And you cannot bring any other firepot ships. So in order to play, you're going to have to bring a faction that has a firepot ship. So again, each player on the defense team can bring one fire pot ship, and that is their ball. The offense team, my bad. So in this case, Praetorian Guard and Carbonal Cat, they are going to each bring one fire pot ship, and my ship is their goal. Arena Emperor and Francesco are going to be trying to keep Praetorian Guard and Carbonal Cat from running their fire pot ship into my goal. If they sink or make the fire pot ship surrender, both of them, then that match is over, and we can come back out if that makes sense. So, the rules around how many ships you can bring, I'm going to just make it medium fun so that there's no lag. Only one artillery ship can be brought, and that is by each player on defense. No artillery ships for the offense. Okay? Does that make sense? So, we're going to give this a shot. So, the rules, just in summary, real quick again. My ship is the goal. Whoever is on my team is playing defense. Arena Emperor and Francesco are trying to stop Praetorian Guard and Carbonal Cat from scoring on my goal with a fire pot ship. So Praetorian Guard and Carbonal Cat, you are allowed one fire pot ship each. No more fire pot ships from any players. So that means the defense cannot bring any fire pot ships. Got it? That way it's very clear which ships are the ball. One artillery ship can be brought by the defense players each. One each for the defense. No artillery ships for the offense. That way they have to rush forward and it's not just sitting back and taking care of things. So that's what we're going to try. I'll wait and see. Let me know if you have any questions on the rules. My team is defense. The ship I bring is the goal. Offense. Okay. Alright, any other questions? Let's just make sure everybody's good. So I'm going to pick a faction that no one else will pick, of course. No one's going to be stupid enough to pick Masegete for a naval battle. So I've got one ship that's the goal. Oh, and the points. So we'll say that if they hit it with one fire pot ship, they'll get 3 points. And if they hit it with both fire pot ships, then you get 7 points. If Patchy's ship actually sinks, we'll give you 10 points. Just to hit it, if it sinks, you get extra points. Alright. So that's the name of the game. I'll explain it one more time for the people on the stream. So my ship is the goal. The team playing on my side is defending the goal. The team on the other side is on offense. Each player is allowed to bring one fire pot ship. That fire pot ship is how they score. The rest of their ships are there to try and help them get the fire pot ship to my goal. The one thing I would ask the defensive players, so let's say, for those on defense, please don't just make a circle around my ship. Alright, and I've set it to medium funds and everything just because I'm trying to, keep it sane here. I probably should have done medium unit sizes as well, but we'll be alright. If it gets too laggy, we'll switch it on the next one. Anyway, I'm ready to go, of course, because it's easy for me to pick. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start the battle. I just sit still in one spot. Yeah, so I'm not going to be moving my ship. I'm just going to be sitting still in one spot. So it'll make it fairly straightforward. That way no one can say that I helped one side more than the other or anything else like that. So I just sit still in one spot with my boat. That's the goal. Part of the reason I'm doing that too is so that I can commentate and get you good views by me being the goal rather than me being one of the players, and then it lets you all do the playing, me do the commentating. Hopefully everything all works out nice. Gaming Assassin says I should play with Legend of Total War. I guess I may play with more people at some point. It's just really hard for me to because of schedules, and I think he's like out in Australia, so it'd probably be very hard for me to ever sync up a schedule with him unless I was doing this kind of thing full time, which unfortunately I'm not. Okay, looks like I'm loaded in, so let's see if we can get the other players in. Offense is the best defense, except when defense is the best defense. Words of wisdom from Arena Emperor. Words of wisdom. He's like the Vince Lombardi of Nile Naval Football here, apparently. You got someone saying hi from Bulgaria. I actually had some friends from Bulgaria when I lived back down in Fort Smith. They were great. They used to make dinner a lot, and we'd come over and they'd have Bulgarian food. Most of it was pretty awesome, actually. I actually liked it. Now someone's saying play with surreal beliefs. It's pretty much the same thing there. You know, just playing with anybody is going to be a challenge. So my one ship is going to sit back here. And like I said, it'll be pretty clear which one's the goal because I'm the only one with the like Massagetei longboat where the nomads like either built or stole a boat from someone. If they built it, I'm guessing this wouldn't go over well. But yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on the other players who are lining up their stuff here. Arena Emperor, I believe, he's playing as Epirus, and then we've got Francesco here playing as Carthage. Let's just kind of take a look at what they brought. They each have the ability to bring one artillery ship, and they did. So it looks like we've got the rules correct. Light melee ships, yeah, I don't see any fire pot ships on their side, so that's good. Well. Arena Emperor ended up with a fire pot ship, which is not exactly what we want, but it's not going to be the end of the world, so we'll let that fly. But yeah, technically only the offense should have the fire ships. I like this nice little spread out here by Carthage, maybe trying to cover more ground. We'll see how that goes. I'm the last one, so I'm going to ready up. Let the football begin here. So let's see. Egypt has just brought a crap load of ships here. Are they all fire pot ships? They can't be. They are not. Oh, looks like the game's locked up. Nope, there it goes. There it goes. We're good. Let's see how laggy it is. Apparently very. Yeah, it's a little laggy. We'll just see how this goes. Let's see. Where is the fire pot ships for these guys? Okay, here's a fire pot ship, and here's a fire pot ship in the back. So it looks like Carthage and Egypt keeping their fire pot ships in the back. Let's kind of see how this goes. We'll take an above view real quick. Here's the state of the battle. This is the goal back here. The two teams approaching each other. Looks like Egypt has gone for like just a numerical thing here to try and maybe keep the enemy busy as they try and push the fire pot ship into the goal. Looks like both of them trying to work the fire pot ship to the flanks, thinking that it may not be easy to get them through the center. Tons of just raiding ships and stuff here too. I saw a few heavier ships from the defending team, so let's see if the heavier ships kind of end up being like linemen here to do the heavy hitting. The artillery ship already firing away. Now remember, artillery ships I do believe were nerfed a little bit in the late state of Rome 2. And it looks like Arena Emperor going for some ramming because he possesses the bigger ships, and he might just very well plow straight through his opponent there. We'll see. Carthage has some lighter ships over here, and then the offense Carthage has slightly larger ships with these Techeras. Let's see how this ramming goes. Ooh, so up against the big boys, some of the Egyptian ships going down right away. Not a lot of them though. You still got some Egyptian ships there. A couple of them though being sunk on the initial ram. Let's see where the ball's at. This ball is heading out to the flank, and then we've got this ball making its way down towards the other flank. We've got Carthaginian engagements going on now. Definitely a lot of lag in this one, so that is unfortunately going to be the case in a lot of these battles. Come on. Don't do it, game. Don't do it. Alright, Rome 2, quit your hating. Good grief, it's lagged out hard. Let's take a look at the results of some of that initial ramming. We put one ship to the bottom of the ocean. One Egyptian ship, though, breaking through right here. Looks like we have got some extreme lag at the moment. So I definitely need to change to the medium or small unit sizes. going forward, that'll definitely help. So that's probably what we'll do. Oh, come on. We are just like gridlocked with lag on this one. Okay, looks like Carbonal Cat dropped from the game. He was one of the offensive players. Let's just kind of see what happens here. We still got some lag, but it's moving, so let's see what happens. Getting some nice rams off here by the defensive Carthage player. Looks like a ram in. Okay, let's see. So let's see how Egypt's faring. Egypt's small ships are getting crunched pretty bad by the qualitatively superior Epirus ships here. Let's see. This is Carbonal Cat, so his ball now will not know where to go. That's going to be unfortunate for them. Look at this ship, though. This random ship for the AI breaking through. It is not a firepot ship, so I don't know that this counts for anything, but it might end up screwing things up and sinking. Nope, it's going to rout. So the Egyptian Navy is looking like it's in rough shape. Let's see if the Carthaginian player can pull this off. He's kind of bringing his firepot ship back towards the center, maybe looking for an opening. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the Carthaginian player scores, because there is an AI on his team now. We will give him the full points. We'll give him the 7 points if he scores alone like this, because that'll be pretty impressive. Not likely that he will be able to sink my ship at this point, I don't think. So the Egyptian general being hit from multiple sides by the large ships from Epirus. Let's get a close-in view of that. Nice ram right there. So the general for Egypt is in rough shape at this point. I think they're being boarded. No, they're just being rammed. Lots of javelins incoming. Here is the ball for Carthage sitting out right here. So still kind of just waiting in the wings, hoping for an opening. Meanwhile, it looks like, yeah, Egypt has been forced off the field, so Epirus is going to be able to help fold in on Carthage. And Epirus has a fire ship, which technically wasn't supposed to be but one fire ship there, Arena Emperor, but it looks like the defense is going to be stopped from scoring at this point. So at this point, defense wins this one. Let's admit defeat and switch sides. Alright, so I'm going to concede defeat.
An entire unit has perished.
Let's just concede. No one can score. So I'm going to have everybody just concede so that we can go back to the screen and reload up for the next battle. So in the first round there, obviously one of the players dropped, which is going to have negatively impacted the results. Arena Emperor was obviously going for the lineman effect there with his larger ships. I don't think they're seeing my message to concede. These people just want to fight it out. So I guess I'll just give you some close-up views while they're fighting it out. If they concede defeat, fine, we'll get back to the screen. But it'd be preferable after these rounds if they concede defeat. Yeah, on the next one, I'm going to go out, rehost the game. I'm going to switch the unit size down to small or something. That way we can have less lag, and we'll keep it on the medium funds. How many battles I'm going to play? As many as I can fit in. So that was a question from Do You Even Vanilla Bro? So it looks like people are dropping at this point. What other questions you all have about the football down there in the chat? Any other questions I can answer for you at the moment? I will keep an eye on the comments and do my best to answer those as we go along.
Our general is under attack.
I don't know, so one person or two people maybe haven't conceded defeat. I don't know what the case is here, so it's going to try and finish this off. Don't worry about the results screen. In that one, the defense managed to be successful. So we'll just keep things going here. Do I like naval battles? Not really. In Rome 2 and Attila, they could have been really, really cool, and they really weren't. There's a few things about them are fun, like ramming. The Greek fire ships in Attila are fun. There's a few things about naval battles that are fun, but the pathfinding's really bad. What would have made it more fun was had they added like a system where you can pull your oars in and out when going past other ships, so that if a player forgets to, you can wreck their oars and it leaves them, immobile and stuff like that. Like, it would have been a lot cooler if they would have added stuff like that. They would have added a bit of a realism factor to it, rather than, just ships ramming into each other, shooting at each other, because, having your oars wrecked and stuff like that was a big deal, in the naval battles back then. I'm going to jump out of the game for just a second and go into the settings. Graphic settings, advanced, and we are going to drop the unit size all the way down to small to hopefully avoid lag. It is just a naval battle, so I don't think it's going to make a big difference. So I'm going to host again, same battle name, same password. The password's 123. So more Nile Naval Football, so come join. If we get some of the same players that came in last time, I'll make sure they're on different sides of the ball. But that time it was a victory for the defense. There was a player that dropped, so may definitely be questionable as to what would have happened if it was player and player. Arena Emperor's back. Carbonal Cat's back. Hopefully he doesn't lag or drop out of this one. I don't think he dropped intentionally by what I'm saying on that one. I'm going to actually switch sides. At least I was trying to. I don't think it's working. Okay, yeah, I'm going to switch sides, take that one out, and then Arena Emperor's teammate can come in, because he played on defense last time, and Carbonal Cat was on offense, so he's saying sorry, no problem. Alright, looks like we got Sandera Hawk joining Arena Emperor, and then Crow Farmer. He's the one that I think sends me the awesome Napoleon replays from time to time. Oh, he just joined in to say sorry and have fun. Carbonal Cat, you're a stand-up character there, man. That's nice of you. I would have given you another shot. So Francesco's on here this time. So, all right. So everybody got the rules down. Arena Emperor needs a teammate, by the way. So if you all want to come join Arena Emperor, come on. When am I stopping the stream? I was planning on stopping around 9:30. Okay, it looks like we got Jorgen here joining Arena Emperor. Have the rules. Good, Jorgen. Alright. So Crow Farmer's got the rules. Arena Emperor knows. Francesco was here last time, so he should be good. I'm going to say, remember, only offense can have one fire pot ship. That way it makes it very clear who's... Yes. Okay. So Jorgen doesn't have the rules, so my ship is the goal. It sits still in the back. You bring one fire pot ship for offense. If it hits my goal ship, you score. One artillery ship per defense player. Alright, so we got those out there. I'm going to switch from Masegete to another completely pointless faction here. If you notice that you have like these young axes and assault raider and all this other stuff that are infantry units, why didn't they put some of these guys in the multiplayer for the step factions? It would have made it so much more interesting in my mind. So here we go. I'm gonna bring my heavy raider. No. Let's bring a really crappy small ship. It can't be my general, unfortunately. Who has one of the crappiest general ships? Maybe that's what we should bring. Yeah, this one's looking pretty bad. Medium missile raider. We'll bring that, and I'll just disable my fire at will. Okay. I'm going to start. Yeah, and I'm going to remind people my team is defense. Defend my goal ship to prevent scores. All right. So it looks like everybody has it. I've got my one defense ship, or my one goal ship, which is a medium missile raider full of bowmen, so it ought to be pretty weak sauce. Someone's saying they can't see the game like you couldn't see it on the multiplayer list. It may be a Steam region thing. I'm on the America Dallas Steam region, I believe. Let's see. Got people saying what different times they have. Do other people from Europe have the problem not being able to see the game Heirs hosting? I hear that from time to time, which is weird because I can usually see European games too. Looks like I'm the only one needing to ready up. So, yeah, I'm in the American Steam region. Like, if you go into your settings in Steam, you can change the Steam region. And if you change it to the server in Dallas, that is the one that I am on. And that might help you see it. I can't believe I was in the lobby, wanted to tell YouTube, and I got kicked out somehow. That sucks. Sorry, Sander. I'll probably have a couple more matches, though, that go down. Hopefully the lag is lessened in this because we have small unit sizes. So, I mean, it ought to minimize lag. It's no guarantee, but we'll try. No telling how poorly naval battles are optimized or something like that, so we'll see. Favorite faction for naval battle? That's a good question. I've never really looked at the naval faction, like which ones are the best, but certain factions definitely have, like Egypt has a lot of ships, Rome has a lot of ships. Obviously, if you're just trying to board people, Rome is going to be one of the best factions because you can get like Principe and legionaries and other stuff that'll board other ships and pretty much beat the crap out of the typically crummy units that are brought. So yeah, we've got the small unit sizes and everything here, so looks like lag is not real bad at the moment. I mean, it's looking fairly fluid. So here's the goal ship up close, my Swaby sacrifices. That's what we're going to call them. My team name. The Swaby sacrificial victims. I mean, riding around shirtless in a boat when you're from Germania, that might make you a little seasick. Let's see. So it looks like everybody's got the rules okay so far. Light melee ships. This Roman player, if it comes to boarding actions, is going to be in good shape. But we'll see what happens. So, yeah, I'm hoping, yeah, the low unit sizes will definitely make things, hopefully, a little more smooth. I'm not going to hit start until someone else hits it because I don't want to trip the timer off. I'm going to put my ship more in the middle here. And I'm going to turn it sideways so it's easy to broadside. All right, so let's check out the offense teams. We've got Chimeria, which is an interesting choice. Here's their ball back here. It's a young axe. And then the ball for Epirus is this Peltist. Arena Emperor going with the big boys again. He likes bringing the big line. I guess he's thinking kind of like Brett Bellamy here or something, or Nick Saban going with the big lineman strategy. So Arena Emperor is like the SEC of naval football, it looks like. And then Chimeria over here going with a little bit lighter options, a little more speed. And let's see, Rome has got a lot of ships, but they're smaller, so Arena Emperor could technically ram them to death. So we'll see how that goes, but a lot of smaller, but, you know, pretty good ships. So Arena Emperor's got an artillery ship. Bit of a breaking of the rules, but we'll let it fly for now. Arena Emperor, not a huge deal. Let's kind of go up and watch this. Let's see what we got going on here. Got Chimeria, or no, Carthage kind of pushing some. Oh, we're about to get in a ram fight over here with Rome.
An entire unit has perished.
Yep, so the Roman ship got heavy rammed there. This ship just took a ram, but it's continuing on trying to sink the missile trireme. So Arena Emperor going for his big shots here, and he got it. Sinking that Trihamolia, or however you pronounce that. But yeah, just absolutely trashing it. The Romans, though, getting hammered pretty hard here. Here comes more of the big boys from Arena Emperor. putting some rams down on the Romans. Let's go check the bigger picture. Romans coming in with reinforcements. And like I said, if they get boarding actions, Arena Emperor is going to be in trouble because he's just got Agriani and Axemen. But he is definitely going for the full-on ramming strategy where he can just basically douse the enemy. Let's see where the balls are at. Balls are still way in the back. They're maybe hoping to kind of win a victory and then push through. And Arena Emperor is getting some decent engagements, but here's where he's going to get in trouble. These Peltists are now going to be getting boarded, or Agriani and Axemen are going to be getting boarded, it looks like, by Triari. And they're going to lose that fight decisively. Let's see how the rest of the fight's going here. Who's gaining advantage? Yeah, the Roman with their boarding actions is going to hurt Arena Emperor, but if he keeps some of these big ships mobile, he's still got his artillery, which he wasn't supposed to have, but hey, we'll just let it fly. This is Total War football, probably not quite as official as the real deal. Here comes a nice ram from the young axes. Ooh, putting a big smack down on that Carthaginian ship. Carthaginians, though, trying to counter. Oh! So that's going to be another ship down. Artillery ship there with a great hit on the side of this one. So taking some nasty shots from the artillery. Arena Emperor losing a ship here, this Agrianian, to the artillery fire. So the Roman artillery ship finding itself being pretty effective at the moment. Arena Emperor is trying to push through. And if he can make a break here, he should be able to move his ball through safely. That artillery ship is going to be the main concern for his ball. And it looks like these two ships are going to take each other head on, so let's get some of that action. Couple of heavy-hitting linemen here. Boom! Oh, and the artillery ship takes the worst of it, so Arena Emperor probably has a break. The offense looking like they're in decent position to score here. It looks like everybody brought an artillery ship, so I guess at least everything's equal. So yeah, we got the ball moving through, so the fire pot being chased by a Roman missile triune, but it can't catch it. So at this point, I see a clear break back to the goal for Arena Emperor.
An entire unit has perished.
And it looks like Chimeria's kind of... They've got a little breakthrough going on here, but their ball could still potentially be hit by artillery. Carthage, let's see how they're doing over here. They're going for some rams. They're on fire with this ship, maybe? No, they're just getting hit by a few flaming javelins. Nice ram there. Let's see, Arena's Emperor has his ball on a wide open trajectory, and a nice move here. Looks like we got Jorgen trying to run through this gap, but being chased by a small, fast Carthaginian ship, and if it catches him, it might take his ball out of play. They're attempting to catch them, and it was very close. The Carthaginian ship nearly catching him, but it looks like Jorgen's going to get his ball into that gap. And we got a potential double score coming, unless this artillery ship remaining can do anything about it.
An entire unit has perished.
So yeah, we got the teammates here trying to mark the fire pot ship for the artillery. The Carthaginian artillery ship is the only one who underlined that. Using the telestration to good effect there. Oh, jeez, that's hilarious. So Arena Emperor has got a clear scoring path here. The only hope would be for the Carthaginian to shoot it, and the Carthaginian does not have it lined up. So it looks like Arena Emperor is going to bring in the points here,
The enemy general
and
is
possibly a second score if the Carthaginian doesn't rout. So let's watch Arena Emperor as he comes in for the score. Oh, my guys are set to fire at will.
Command, support ships. Proud to act for Germania. Our
All right.
general is under attack.
Let's watch it here. I took my guys off fire at will, so they shouldn't fire. Here comes Arena Emperor for the score. Oh! So Arena Emperor gets a nice solid hit. Did he sink my vessel? No, it's not sunk. The Romans are going to catch up here. He can't continue to ram it, I don't think.
Warriors of Germania.
But Chimeria has a ball in. The Roman ship attempting to make a save. Let's see what happens. If Chimeria's firepot ship sinks my goal, then they end up with 10 points. If not, they're going to get 7 points here, and it'll be the highest of the day so far. Yep, the Roman defender actually sinks the ball, but it was too late. They scored, but hey, nice revenge. Never hurts to take revenge. That'd be like someone doing their touchdown dance, and you come up and kick them in the crotch. I like it. Oh, nice double fire pot ram.
An entire unit has
And it did not sink, though. So 7 points for the offense there. That was a pretty good round. So we're going to say 7 points for offense. Well done. All right.
Our ally has been destroyed.
Nice. So that was a fun battle. Had a good time. I got a score in by Chimeria. I'm going to go ahead and I guess we'll just let them finish this.
General has fallen.
Oh, the ship did sink. Was it from a ram afterwards? Or was it from the damage? I didn't catch that, so I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the comments, see what people are saying here. Congrats to Arena Emperor. Let's see. Hope CA makes Ottoman Total War. People saying, Aaron Live, love the vids. Thanks, Proto Doctor. Glad you like the videos. Bengals touchdown, Dalton rules. If we have any folks, what are your plans for the Super Bowl? Anybody got any mad Super Bowl parties planned? And then in Europe, I'm assuming you all could care less about the Super Bowl. But man, if you've ever, for those of you in Europe, if you've never been to a Super Bowl party, you are missing out. Just the giant smorgasbord of junk food that is available is kind of unbelievable. So basically, it's a time when Americans splurge on flat screen TVs and food that will probably take several years off of our life. Afterwards, Ram. So people were saying the goal was sunk by Ram. Okay, well, we won't give them the 10 points. They got 7 points. Nicely done. Nicely done. So I'm going to unhost the game and come back in. So it looks like, yeah, everybody's saying it was the second Ram that sunk it, so we're good. So offense gets 7 points. Let's see if any offensive team can get together and get the full 10 points by sinking the ship with the 2 fire pots. So let's see. People are saying soccer, America inventions. Let's see, getting high in my place. Oh, jeez. I don't know what the Super Bowl is. Super Bowl. Currently not carrying less. Yeah, I'm just not into NFL football. I like college football because I grew up watching Oklahoma play college football. That's the only thing I've ever been into. But Eric, can you please join my game? Not right now because I'm streaming. We got I think we got time for probably 2 more naval football matches here, so we'll get those in. Broncos have crap offense. I don't know who's going to win, Broncos or Panthers. So I haven't watched enough to have an idea. And like I said, I don't know much about NFL football. It's very different than college football. Looks like the Carthaginian ship's being boarded. It's a sacred band ship, so they're actually probably putting up a pretty good fight here. So the Carthaginian last stand might be pretty successful unless someone rams them. So let's see if Arena Emperor gets with it here. And yep, there comes a ram. Yep. All right. So the Carthaginian Sacred Band, they don't care if the enemy team scored. They were going to fight it out. So let's see. Panthers, apparently. Someone's saying Champions League. So I'm guessing that obviously they're into what we would call soccer here in the States. So congrats to Arena Emperor and the other players. I'm going to rehost the game once again. So multiplayer battle, host the game name's the same, Naval Football, password's 123. Come join in if you want to come be a part of the next Naval Football game. I'm going to wait just a minute to start this one so that more folks have a chance to come enjoy. Someone says pro football sucks, go BSU, so I'm guessing they got a Boise State fan there. Let's go ahead and host. Screw sports, we're gaming here. Well, this is our own version of sports, right? I like this version. I think it's pretty fun. So remember, Oklahoma versus Michigan State is awesome. I don't know if you're talking about basketball or if it was football. I was hoping to see Oklahoma and Michigan State playing football. So that it would have been fun. Next year, I think Oklahoma's one of their first games is against. Well, they start off in Houston, which is going to be a tough game, and then they play Ohio State and Norman, Oklahoma on the next game, which ought to be pretty fun. So it looks like we got folks in. So I'm going to say hello all. Everyone know the rules. So we're going to ask, make sure everybody knows the rules. Sanderhawk saying he's not going to leave here. Yeah, I have to agree, though. I see a comment here from James about Boise State's blue field. That whole Smurf turf thing throws me off a little bit, too. Maybe a bit much for me. But hey, good old Boise State. They're like the little Cinderella squad that could. Everybody likes them for that. So let's see if everybody's got the rules. So I'm going to say my team is defense. My ship is the goal. Offense is allowed 1 firepot ship each as a ball. Ball hits the goal. That is a score. 1 artillery ship per defender. No artillery for offense. No firepots for defense. All right. So we've got all the rules out there. So I'm going to let them select their fleets. So I'm going to go back over here to the comments. We Mountaineers are rivals with the Sooners. So I didn't know you were a Mountaineer there, Arena Emperor. So I've liked having the Mountaineers in the conference. They've had some rough seasons since they joined, but I got a lot of respect for the Mountaineers. I like that their fans are usually like, I mean, they're true. Their fans don't just abandon them or give them crap. I like how the Mountaineers fans are always on there going for them. Miami Dolphins. Aren't the Miami Dolphins the only ones to have had a perfect NFL season, if I remember right? Remember to turn off your fire at will this time. It's a good point, sneaky scopers. So I'll watch for some other comments here. Let's see what else we get. Someone might have a question for me. Let's check here. Okay, nope, they say they got it. I'm going to go ahead and start battle because it's pretty easy for me. I'm just going to bring my little weak ship again. Let's see. Yeah, people are telling me to turn off fire at will from the start. I will. We'll turn off fire at will. So folks still picking their navies here, so give them a chance. Yeah, Dolphins were perfect. Wasn't it like the 1970s or something, I think? Arena Emperor saying that West Virginia burns couches when they lose. Just more couches in the last few years than normal. Oh, I like that. What do I do for a living? That's Chicken Lord. I am a logistics. Well, I'm a manager. I'm a logistics engineer, but I manage other logistics engineers on engineering projects for a large retailer. So I'm in the logistics and distribution side of things. So automatic storage retrieval systems, that's the kind of stuff that I work with. Let's see. Did you hear England might get an NFL? I have heard that, and I've noticed they have some games in London. That'd be cool if England got an NFL team. I'd love to see that so that you get some more international participation. I think it'd be fun if Canada and England and Australia and like some other folks had a team. Might make things tricky from like a scheduling and all that, but it'd be kind of cool to see that go wider. How do you get the right region? So that's from Hero Marathon. I'm in the Dallas Steam region if you want to check it out. Looks. Yeah, I did answer your question, didn't I, Chicken Lord? I try. Let's see. What does Prince of Macedon do for a living? I don't know what he does for a living. You'd have to ask him. I don't know if that's something he wants to share or not. He's a fun guy, though. Do I like math? Well, I mean, I'm an engineer, so I did a lot of math in school. You wouldn't know it sometimes whenever I fail at simple math on the channel here, but yeah, I took, let's see, so I had 3 calculus classes, differential equations, a couple statistics classes. I mean, pretty much every physics class you take is just more calculus. I mean, so yeah, I had quite a bit of math in school, so that was what I did a lot of. So pretty much just imagine every class being a math class or a physics class or some combination of the two. So, like when I was in school, we did a lot of stuff like thermodynamics, machine dynamics, vibrations, like all that kind of stuff that we studied. Thermal systems, like one of my classes was thermal systems analysis and design. I mean, that was the kind of stuff that I did in school. So plenty of math. I took an astronautics class too because originally I thought I was going to work in the aerospace industry. So I learned a little bit about just the basics of like orbits and transfer orbits, just that kind of stuff. It was pretty fun. Wish that I would have gotten to do more of that just from a curiosity's sake, but didn't get an opportunity. Wasn't really where my career was going to end up being headed in the end. Fire at will is off. Woden watches over us. You hope so, because you got fire pots heading straight towards you. Let's see what's in the chat up here. Is Air going to shotgun his computer up the street? Possibly. Let's see what else. People always ask me for my thoughts on Trump on here. Yeah, I'm not getting into the whole political thing. I'm just steering clear of that one altogether. Don't really want to make a politics channel. I hear so much about politics on a day-to-day basis, and yes, it's important to me because I live here in the States, and obviously who gets elected for president has an impact on me. So I do care and I do pay attention. I just don't want to talk about it when I'm on here because I have to talk about it too much as it is. So definitely not biting the political bait. Don't worry. What's it to you, guy? Looks like we got some Ravens fans on here today. Okay, so everybody's getting the match set up. Camp on the goal ship. Creative, but no, not allowed. Look at him trying to set up a defense. Just camping around the goal ship here. I don't know. If they don't change it, I'm not going to make them change. Look, we got Buckeye Bro here. What's your favorite college football team? The Sooners, Buckeye Bro. And your Buckeyes are going to come to Norman, second game of the season for us next year. So that's going to be a tough game. And then I think the following year, the Sooners are going to travel to Columbus for a home game with Ohio State. So pretty excited about that. That'll be a fun matchup. I like it when the Sooners take the big, tough, out-of-conference games. Do I like South Park? No, South Park's got a little bit too much swearing for my liking. As you all noticed, I don't do a whole lot of swearing, so it's not exactly my feel. If you like it, though, hey, more power to you. Not going to stop you for liking it. Someone says the political bait is yummy. That's from Luke. Hey, it may be tasting and tempting, but, I don't need that. Yeah, the Canadians do have a football league. So, obviously a little bit different, I think, than American football, but similar, if I understood it right. Yeah, it should be a great game, Buckeye Bro. I hope it is. I hope it's a great game. I don't want it to be a blowout. I want to see those two teams slug it out in a great game. And that's the good thing about those early games like that is if you play against another good team like Ohio State, and you lose, hey, you played against a good team. At least you're not playing against like some B League team and then losing that or something. It doesn't do you a lot of good. Arena Emperor is says the Buckeyes, the only team we want to see defeated more than the Sooners. Gotta love that West Virginia enthusiasm. Let's see. I should watch Rick and Morty. I think I've seen it once or twice. I haven't watched it a whole lot, though. We got a Roll Tide fan. I'll tell you what, man, that Sooners Tide game a few years ago was a lot of fun, too. I'm sure it didn't end exactly like the Tide wanted to see, but I was actually really hoping to get to play the Tide again this year, too. Got a lot of respect for them. They're a good team. Even though I have to admit, I'm kind of like Arena Emperor. We always want to see the Tide lose, but hey, that's just the way it is in college football. It doesn't mean you don't respect that team. So it looks like the defense pulling back, being a little more defensive here, trying to crowd the goal line a little bit, trying to play some goal line defense. Let's make sure everybody got the right rules. I see an arty ship there, no artillery. Assault Diarez. So this is an interesting strategy here. He's got a fire pot and an assault ship right next to each other that look very similar. I wonder if that's supposed to be kind of like a trick kind of thing. Here's the ball for the Carthaginian. We got a lot of Carthage and Egypt picked, or this one's Athens. That makes sense. Athens supposedly probably had a decent navy. Syracuse. It's too bad they don't get like some sweet Archimedes kind of tools for their navy. Let's get some close-ups here. Maybe on the artillery ship. Watch these guys about to launch off the first volley of artillery. There we go. Let's see if they get a hit. We'll follow the artillery across here. Ooh, they did score a nasty little hit here on the Carthaginian ship. So there's the approaching Carthaginians, looking quite beautiful today in Rome 2, is it not? All right, so we're going to get the first rams of the day. So a boarding action here actually coming from Syracuse. They are thorax swords boarding Carthaginian hoplites, so that'll go pretty well for them, I think. Carthage getting some counter rams here. Some nice hits. So let's see how that goes. Syracuse kind of trading blows here. Athens and Pontus potentially getting ready to trade some blows. A lot of skirmish ships. Pontic Peltist. We'll see how that goes. It looks like Athens definitely getting the better of those boarding engagements, except for this one over here. Ooh, look at this, though. Carthage has a hole right down the center, and that's where their fire pot is. So Carthage potentially has a scoring lane. And let's check out the ball for Egypt. Or Athens, sorry. I get them confused with Egypt sometimes. So their firepot ship potentially looking to make use of one of these gaps here. Still some defenders back here. It looks like they got a safety back here kind of for for Syracuse. They got some guys kind of waiting far back. And let's see how this defense is going. Right now you got Pontus putting a lot of rams on this Thurio spear. And looks like Athens coming in. Ooh, look at that finish. So the Athenian ship breaking the back of the enemy, or the Syracusan ship breaking the Athenian ships there. Carthage has a nice position going here. Their firepot ship under a little bit of threat though from artillery. So let's see if the artillery can take it out. But you're going to get a nice intercept right here. But no. It looks like the artillery ship may be moving forward because they see that coming. Nice strategic play here. Got a ram on the artillery ship, but the artillery ship trying to stop the support. The firepot ship took a hit from the artillery, but is still alive. For now, nice boarding action there. Looks like Syracuse is coming, trying to stop the ball. So we got some nice plays going on right now. Where's the Carthaginian ball? I haven't spotted the Carthaginian ball. I don't know where the Carthaginian ball got to. Oh, a boarding action is going to stop the this Carthaginian ball here. Let's see. So where was the other enemy team? The other enemy team was Athens. Their ball is... I don't know where their ball's at. It may have gotten sunk. So... Oh, no. Here it is right here. The Athenian ball going for the goal. Look at that. Sneaky. Trying to be intercepted. Will they get there in time? No. Looks like you're going to get 3 points for the offense and an awesome sneaky score here from Athens. Yeah. So... and then, of course, the nice... after score hit, they're sinking, so just a tad bit too late. So we got 3 points on the board by Athens. Nice score. The Carthaginian ball is still alive. It won its action here, but will it survive? Only 9 men left. It might rout, but let's see if the Carthaginian can get a score. Oh, they're wavering, so the Carthaginians may not get the score here. So we'll see what happens. That was a pretty sweet score by the Athenians. Like, I totally didn't catch where their ship was at. That was a nice sneaky move there. Okay, the Carthaginian ball surrendered. So no score for Carthage, but 3 points. So call it 3 points for the offense. Well done. All right, that was exciting.
The battle is turning in our favor.
I enjoyed that one. That was well done. I like that a lot. So I'm going to go back over to the comments while this one's kind of finishing up. Let's see if there's any good spots for us to get some close-ups. Looks like over here, potentially about to get a good ram. So yeah, I'm going to go back and look in the comments. So, worst Total War and best for Rome 2, I guess. I don't know. Depends on what your thought is. Let's see, name Turkey. Let's see what's going on. Sneaky. It was sneaky, man. I liked that score. It was a good one. Let's see what's going on here with the enemy ships. Looks like we got a surrender here. Looks so... Let's just see what else is going on. Got some rams coming in over here. Oh, nice ram right there. Another nice ram. And if this larger ship here actually gets a ram in, they might sink this one. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure these guys are going to sink after that one, so they're all going to abandon ship. See what else is going on here. One last Carthaginian ship here, but it got a sweet ram right there. Took down one of the Syracusan vessels, but now it's going to get tag teamed, I think. See, how much cooler would this be if all the oars were getting destroyed and stuff too, and it started to slow your ship down and prevent movement? I mean, that would be so cool. Like, that would put like an actual strategic level in naval battles. Now, of course, it would actually require good pathfinding too, and other stuff, but it would be a lot of fun. So we'll just kind of watch these guys finish this up. Who is Patchy? So Alazar Lema asks, Patchy was kind of like a make-believe character that came from my Poland-Lithuania campaign a long time ago. I think if you search like Patchy the Legend or Patchy like Poland campaign or something like that, you should be able to find the video where he was born. Yeah, there was some good rams in there. I do like watching the ramming in the naval battles. But if they would have added a thing where you could destroy oars and all that other kind of stuff, I think it would have given naval battles the extra oomph that they needed to actually be exciting. Look at this Carthaginian ship here getting some nice rams. Might actually sink this Syracusan vessel. It's trying to get away, it looks like. We'll see what happens here. This ship's on fire right now. So these poor guys getting burned. Got one ship going down there from the Carthaginian ram. That was well done. Oh, the Carthaginian ship getting tagged on the port quarter there. So, costly victory. Anyway, I think we got time for, I think we have time for one more football match. So, I'm going to unhost the game, go host it again. Good game to all the people who joined that one. Appreciate it. Canadians are loved by everybody. Well, they're certainly, like, kind of neutral. They don't seem very controversial, the Canadians. So, let's see. Host the battle. The battle name is Naval Football once again. Passwords 123. Come join up. Let's see. Americans will pillage Canada. We don't need to pillage Canada. We have like our own Canada. It's called Alaska. Let's see. What's going on here? It was a fun game. That was a good one. Let's see, Heir of Canada. No, not exactly. I haven't ever been to Canada. I about got sent there a couple times for work, but never ended up going. What's my favorite Total War game? I get that one like every stream, but I'm glad to answer. I guess it's Rome 2, just in general terms. I like the time period. It's got better graphics, obviously, than some of the older games. I'm trying to add another player slot over here. There it goes. So looks like we got an AVA guy in, Jorgen, Arena Emperor over here, Legatus joining over here. So I'm going to say pillaging Canada, but the Syria. Oh, I mean, that's a good point. Jorgen makes a good point. We might pillage Canada just to get a nice good supply of maple syrup. And I'll tell you one thing, like real maple syrup, it is pretty good compared to all the fake stuff. Everyone know the rules. All right, so I'm going to check the rules here. Empire vid. I do need to do an maybe we should do an Empire Total War live stream on here one day. Favorite faction, definitely Carthage, just from like a historical standpoint. But there's a lot of good factions in Rome too. Oh, we got too many players. So someone on my side needs to leave. We got too many players on my side. Okay, so Arena Emperor. He's going to be the big man and leave. Close that slot up. So I think everybody knows the rules. I didn't see any. Okay, so Alex Pander doesn't know the rules. So my ship is the goal, and my team is defense. Offense scores by ramming my ship with a firepot ship. Offense is allowed one firepot ship per player. Defense is allowed one artillery ship. No RD for offense. We'll say 3 points for one ram on the goal. 7 for 2. 10 points if the goal sinks. All right, have fun. All right, so we got it all explained. Total War 1812, that might be kind of cool if it was like a bigger map, like had a lot of the world around, like if Napoleon had like a world map where America and other people could be involved. That would be interesting. So like maybe Napoleon goes back to America to try and retake the Louisiana Purchase. A lot of cool stuff that could have happened there. So U.S. has zero reason to attack Canada. That's correct. So I think U.S. and Canada have the largest like unguarded border. Well, I mean it's got some guards here and there, but you know what I mean. Mostly, I mean it's an unmilitarized border in the world, I believe. So U.S. and Canada obviously got some good relations there, which is good. I mean, there's no reason to hate each other. We live right next door. So it would really upset me if Canada and the U.S. were ever at odds with each other because it wouldn't make the least bit of sense. Jorgen saying he actually sunk my ship in the first one. So I am going to go ahead and start up. I think everybody's got the rule. Canada kills the U.S. with kindness and maple syrup. Very nice, Arena Emperor. Let's see. Yeah, the White House did get burned, but wasn't that the Brits? I was thinking in the War of 1812 that did that. So does that mean we get to burn the British Parliament just to make things even? You know, if we live in that society of all things even. I'm just kidding. We don't want to do that. Kind of glad that the U.S. and Britain stopped being enemies because, again, that was kind of pointless. You know, it was kind of like same blood kind of war there. Like, you definitely don't want that going on for too long. Let's see. Honestly, it'd be nice if we didn't have to fight each other, period, around the world, but clearly I'm not naive enough to think that we live in a world where there aren't people who, regardless of what you think, still want to kill you and take what you have. So, Canada gave us Nickelback. They must be punished. Apparently someone doesn't like Nickelback. Let's see. Let's see what else we got going on down here. Luke Rodden says they will drown us in the sugary goodness of syrup. So apparently Canada is planning to kill all the folks in the U.S. with too much syrup and then take our lands without violence. A very sneaky plan indeed. Burn Big Ben is what you were going to say. Oh, let's see. Someone's asking me if I think the UK needs some democracy. I don't know how the government works in the UK. It's obviously different than the US. I mean, I have a general notion, and I don't want to get like a big politics thing kicked off, but let's just say that as a general feel, I like the way America was founded. I wish we would stick to those roots more often in the terms of like limited government and all that kind of stuff. So that's just generally the way I feel, but obviously believing that means that I am open-minded because of the whole First Amendment thing, and I will obviously listen to what other people have to say. Doesn't necessarily mean I agree, but that's the nature of politics, right? But that's just the general feel where I come from. Every country has the right to govern itself, though, so I'm not one of those people, like, I like what America has, and I enjoy it, and I think other people would, but I'm certainly not of the mindset that we have to go force other people to act like we do when it comes to government. Countries are sovereign, as far as I'm concerned, and they can run themselves the way they want. So yeah, that's generally the way that I leave it. So what the UK does, or what Ireland or anybody else does, or Bosnia or whatever country, yeah, how they hold themselves, that's their business as far as I'm concerned. So if someone wants to have a monarchy or whatever, that's what they do. Obviously, I would be a big fan if no countries were, doing a bunch of big civil rights or human rights stuff, like slavery or torture or all that kind of stuff. Obviously not a big fan of that, but yeah, that's as far into politics as I want to get. Obviously that's pretty straightforward. I don't think that anybody is of the mindset that they don't like being free and not oppressed. So I probably share the mindset of anybody who feels the same way. James Meadowcroft says UK has too many idiots in Parliament. Unfortunately, I think just about every government in the world has too many idiots in the government, period. I think that's a universal problem. So, let's see. Why must Canada give us the beautiful, pure, silky greatness of maple syrup, but then give us the horrible nothingness of Justin Bieber? Oh, Buckeye Bro, you might have just won the best comment there. Nobody take my my comments too far there in politics. Like I said, I'm an open-minded guy. I'm not trying to be like, have I heard of Bernie Sanders? It's impossible to live in the U.S. and not know who Bernie Sanders is. So, yes, I've definitely heard of him, but no comment. Let's see. I love that everybody's always talking about politics, and what really cracks me up is when I see people from other countries talking about American politics. Like I'll see people say like, "Oh man, I hope Trump doesn't become the president of the U.S." when they don't live in the U.S. And it always cracks me up because it's like, I don't know, for me, like, obviously I don't want other countries to get like ransacked and taken over by like evil dictators and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's like I don't care what happens to the politics in another country. It's your country. So like I don't know who the prime minister is in the UK right now. I don't think it's Tony Blair anymore. Maybe it changed. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what their parties are like. I don't know who believes what because I just don't keep track. Not of interest to me, I guess. Let's see. You better watch what you say about the American government they're watching. Definitely true. They've got my stream zeroed in. You can't do anything. America determines the fates of the world in some ways. So, you know, if America is going to be involved with the rest of the world, I would hope that we're going to be an influence for good. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. But other countries determine their own fate as far as I'm concerned. Their fate is their own. Master of their own destiny. Yeah, someone's saying OMG Tony Blair, so I'm guessing he's not the prime minister anymore. What do you mean, when was I streaming? Of course I don't know your prime minister. I don't live in the UK. I don't keep up with that kind of thing. Like I said, that's why I'm always surprised that people know so much about American politics from other countries. Like, I guess the news where you live reports more of it, because we don't we don't report a lot of other countries' politics, I don't think. Have I heard about HeirofCarthage? Yeah, I think that's me, Odran Taylor. Looks like someone may not make it into the game. We'll see. Well, yeah, I guess someone's saying here that what happens to the Caribbeans directly affect the U.S., directly affects the economy. Yeah, if you're talking about, like, probably trade and tourism and all that kind of stuff, definitely. I'll tell you what, man, there's a couple of small countries that I think could do really well in the Caribbean right now, and maybe they already do. But with all the changing, and this is not to, like, share any of my thoughts on politics, but I just know that if I was a small island in the Caribbean, my whole goal would be to set up to give people what they can't get in the larger countries. So, like, I would totally be all about, like, hey, you come here, get whatever you want from a healthcare standpoint, pretty much no rules, you know, like all that other kind of stuff. That's what I'd be wanting to set up if I was on a Caribbean island. Like, hey, just come down here, you get all your healthcare, bring your money, come on down, that kind of thing. Like, completely free market would be the way I would want to go if I was one of the Caribbean islands. That way you could just get all the rich people from the large countries to come down there and spend a crap load of money to infuse your economy. That's where I'd be going, so we'll see. Saying Americans are self-absorbed, that's a broad statement. I don't think you can make that statement about any country. So to say that a whole country is self-absorbed, I think would be painting with way too broad of a brush. So too often I think that's part of the problems that causes problems in the world, is that people paint other people with way too broad of a brush. Let's see. Jamaica. What, is someone from Jamaica on here? Because that'd be kind of cool. I'd love to see Jamaica one day. What about Warhammer? So that's good way to change the subject here. Arthur Gabriel is asking me about Warhammer. I'm definitely going to be playing it when it comes out. I'll show it to you all. Yeah, you tell me what you want to see. In the year 5194, Denmark's a superpower. Denmark rules all. So yeah, I'm excited about Warhammer. I'm not sure which faction I'm going to play as at first. Let's see. Let's see what other questions we get coming through here. I did stay out of politics. I didn't get into anything specific. I was just talking at a high level. So, Warhammer. Let's see. What non-political stuff are we talking about down here? Favorite historical movie? Ooh, probably, well, I mean, it's not based on, like, an actual historical thing, but I really like Gladiator just in terms of, like, the historical setting. It's kind of cool. Halo Wars 2, Odran Taylor's asking about that. Definitely will be playing Halo Wars 2 on here, and I'm super glad that Creative Assembly got the development on it. That way, hopefully, I can get it early. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to go ahead and start the battle here. Let's see. Do a Sweden on Total War Empire. Sweden would be a fun faction on Empire, I think, because they start off in the north and you get to try and move all across the map. That would be kind of fun. Let's see. How old am I? I don't like to say how old I am. I feel old already. Any rich people here want to buy Heir and Island? Hey, I would be okay with that. You know, if there's just some billionaire that happens to be sitting around watching gaming videos that wants to buy Mrs. Heir and Heir family and Island, please feel free. And at the same time, let's fly a bunch of my viewers down and we'll have a giant air party on the island. Okay, sound good? Anyone from Romania? I met someone from Romania the other day in Arkansas, of all places, believe it or not. I have not seen the movie Red Cliff, I don't think. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. Well, I've heard of it now, obviously, because you mentioned it. All right, let's take a look at the navies that are going to be participating today. We got Macedon and Sparta going up against Bactria and Seleucids. So, see quite a few heavy ships here from Sparta. So they're going to have some ramming capabilities. A couple of heavy ships there from Macedon as well. Ooh, a couple real big ships here for the Seleucids, but a lot of archer ships, it looks like, or peltist, it looks like. A lot of small ships from Bactria. Let's see where their ball is at. So there's the ball for Bactria, and the ball's in the very back here for the Seleucids as well. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if the offense does better here. Oh, my fire at will's on. Good point, good point, good call. So fire at will is off. That's why I like streaming. What do I think of XCOM? I know a lot of people are excited for XCOM. I've never played it, and to be honest, like just looking at it, it doesn't seem like something that would interest me. No offense to the people who like XCOM. Obviously, there's a ton of people excited about it. I think Lionheart's going to play some, and some of the other folks will. Maybe, was it Warrior Sparta or some of the others? I could be wrong, but it looks like some of them were wanting to play it. So if you want to see it, go check those guys out. I'll vouch for them. Definitely vouch for those guys. They're awesome. Hello from Croatia. So hello again from Croatia. I've mentioned this before, but I have seen some beautiful pictures from, I believe it's Croatia and then Montenegro. Man, I would love to see some of those Adriatic countries at some point. I don't know. I hear that some of them are pretty open and friendly to tourists. That's the one thing about an American is that obviously there's some countries that don't feel very kindly towards us. And I would love to visit just about anywhere as long as they felt kindly towards me. And Croatia would... Whoa! That was a sweet ram right there. That was nice. So, looks like Sparta putting those guys out of their misery real quick. We got a nice ram in over here apparently too, sinking one of the ships in Macedon. So let's see where the ball's at. Is the ball... The ball is still here. Keep it secret, keep it safe. That kind of Lord of the Rings thing. Yeah, Halo Wars 2 is exciting. I love Halo, and it's a strategy game, so maybe it'll hit home. Like, not a lot of people on this channel like to watch Halo, and that's fine. You don't have to, but I'll keep putting up Halo videos for the people who do like it, just not real often. Or what I do sometimes is I'll sit down and record a whole bunch of Halo videos at once because they're kind of short and easy, and I might just upload a bunch one week. But I'm not going to let Halo videos like take the place of some of my others because they don't get enough views to really justify that. So... Oh, look at this, the Seleucid ball. It's got a pretty decent line here. Sparta does have the ability to intercept. Macedon's got some ships to potentially intercept back here. They have to watch out because this ship's momentum wasn't stopped. And if it rams the firepot ship, they're in rough shape. Ooh, using their speed to get away here, though. A Rohard coming in, or no, that's just a raised banner from the Macedonian ship. So it looks like the Seleucid firepot ship narrowly escapes destruction there. Let's see, where is that? Okay, the ball here for... No, where's the ball? Where'd the ball go? Right here, the firepot ship. The ball is the one that has the little round bottom on the flag, so that'll be the easier way to spot it. I think my mouse sensitivity got changed, because it doesn't feel like it's sensitive enough. Oops, wrong one. There we go. That's maybe too sensitive there. We'll see. Anyway, got the Seleucids coming in.
An entire unit has perished.
That ship had already routed from Sparta, but yeah, let's see. So the Seleucid ball...
Our general is under attack.
The Seleucid ball is back here now. Ooh, it's about to get rammed by a Macedonian ship. Takes a nasty ram, but it did not sink. And then you're going to get a counter ram there. Nicely done by the Seleucids. Macedon looks like they're moving back here to try and keep the Seleucid ball out. A lot of nice strategic play, but the Bactrian ball has got a straight shot here into my ship. So I think this is going to be bad news indeed. This tower ship is actually firing at my vessel here and lighting it on fire. Looks like Bactria is definitely going to get a score here. The question is whether or not the Seleucids can get their ball into the goal. It's being chased off by a Macedonian ship. Here comes the score. So it's going to be 3 points on the board from the firepot ship of the Bactrians. And it does a lot of damage. Look at this Macedonian ship skidding across the back line here. So 3 points. Looks like my ship is going to rout before they can get any more points. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, look at it pinned in between two ships. Oh, Macedonian ship going down. Getting some sweet action here. I like that. My mouse sensitivity is probably too high now. I'll have to go back and adjust it. So this guy's in here saying GTA 6 got announced. I'm not a Grand Theft Auto fan because it's a little too vulgar for my liking. But I know a lot of people like it. Again, if you're not the same as me, don't worry about it. If you like that kind of stuff, go for it. Not going to stop you. So looks like the defense got crushed on this one. So big victory for the offense, 3 points. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. I appreciate everybody joining. It was a lot of fun. So I might actually have to make like a little video to explain the rules of naval football, and I might save that last replay and do that. So appreciate everybody joining. I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A just for a minute or two. I'm already over time just a little bit, so I'm not going to do a ton today. But what's the Q&A for today? So yeah, y'all hit me up down here in the questions. I'm going to switch back over to the stream thumbnail and theme music. Switch over. Come on, broadcaster. Well, my broadcaster might be locked up, so yeah, something's locked up. Now my computer's... Okay, hang on. Is the broadcaster locked? Why am I having trouble clicking on anything else? I don't know what's going on. There, we got spammers. Yeah, apparently so. Okay, well, my broadcaster's locked up. I'm going to have to try and stop the broadcast. Sorry I can't get to any more Q&A, but I feel like I got to quite a few. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you back on the next live stream. I may not do it every Saturday, but we'll be doing it most Saturdays. See you then.